Alright, in the last video we have learned how to create double linked list. Now in this video we will look at how to insert a new node to the double linked list. As we had in single linked list, here again we have three cases to insert a node into a double linked list. So these cases are inserting a node at the beginning of double linked list, inserting a node at the end of double linked list, and finally inserting a node after any particular node. Okay, let's start inserting a node at the beginning of double linked list. So here, the first step that we are going to do, we will create a blank node in the memory. So after creating a node in the memory, we will assign a value to this node. So in our case, the value of new node is 10. Then we know that we are inserting a node at the beginning of double linked list. So at the beginning of double linked list, the node's previous reference is null. So we will set this node's previous reference to null. So after setting this to null, we need to set next reference of new node. So next reference should point to the first node, so we will update next reference to the physical location of first node. So the physical location of first node in our case is 001, so we will update new node's next reference to 001. So by updating this, we are creating a link between new node and node 1 over here. Then we need to create a reverse link between node 1 and new node. So to do so, we need to update the previous reference of node 1 to the physical location of new node. So in our case, physical location of new node is 002, so we will update the previous reference of node 1 to 002. So by doing this, we are creating reverse link between node 1 and new node. Then finally, we need to create a link between head and this new node, because new node becomes the first node in our double linked list, so the head should point to the new node. So by updating head reference to the physical location of new node, we are creating a link between head and this new node. So after creating this link, the link between head and node 1 will be destroyed. So with this, inserting a node at the beginning of double linked list is complete. Now let's see how can we insert a node at a specified location in double linked list. So let's say we want to insert a node between node 2 and node 3. So here again, the first step is we will create a blank node in the memory. Then after creating this new node in the memory, we will assign a value to it. So in our case, the value of this node is 20. Then the next step is we need to loop through the double linked list until we reach the node which is located before the location that we want to insert this new node. In our case, we want to insert it between node 2 and node 3, which means that we will loop until we reach the node 2. So when we reach the node 2, we know that next reference of node 2 points to the node 3. So we need to create a link between new node and node 3. So in this case, as a first step, so we will update new node's next reference to physical location of node 3. So we see that in node 2, the next reference points to the node 3. So we can take this value over here, update it to our new node's next reference. So by updating this next reference to the physical location of node 3, we are creating a link between new node and node 3. Then the next step is we need to update the previous reference of new node over here. Then we will set this previous reference to the physical location of node 2, and this creates a link between, and this creates a reverse link between new node and node 2. Then the next step is we need to set node 2's next reference to the physical location of new node. So we will update node 2's next reference to the physical location of new node, which is 555, and by doing this, we are creating a link between node 2 and new node. So after creating link between them, the link between node 2 and node 3 get destroyed. Then the last step is we need to create a reverse link from node 3 to new node. So to do so, we need to update previous reference of node 3 to the physical location of new node. So when we update it, a reverse link between node 3 and new node is created. And by doing so, a reverse link between node 3 to node 2 gets destroyed. So with this, we successfully insert a new node in the middle of double linked list. Now let's continue to the next case in which we want to insert a node at the end of double linked list. So here again, the first step is we will create a node and assign a value to it. So in our case, we create a node in the memory which is located in 444 location, and the value of this new node is 20. So here, we know that we are inserting the node at the end of double linked list, which means that the next reference of this node will be null. Then we need to update the previous reference of this node. So the previous reference of this node should point to the last node over here, and we know that last node's physical location in our case is 333. So if we update this previous reference to 333, it will create a reverse link between new node and node 4. Then the next step is we need to update next reference of last node to point this new node over here. So we know that physical location of new node is 444, so we will set next reference of node 4 to 444. So by setting it to 444, we are creating a link between node 4 and new node. So finally, we need to set our tail to reference to our new node. So we know that our new node's physical location is 444, so we will set tail's reference to 444. So by setting it to 444, we create a link between tail and new node. So when we create a link between tail and new node, the previous link between tail and node 4 get destroyed. So with this, we successfully insert an element at the end of double linked list. So this is all for this lecture. So in this lecture, we have learned 3 different cases of inserting a node to double linked list. Now in the next lecture, let's combine these 3 different cases in one algorithm and see how this works. See you there.